I started rapping like around 12 years old, just fell in love with it. I had a cousin that I looked up to that rapped, but he was just joking. Like he wasn't joking, but to me he was just like freestyling, whatever. But once I started, I got hooked. You know what I mean? Like I fell in love with rapping. It's like I knew that that's what I wanted to do. And once I put my mind to something, I believe, that's one thing my mom gave me, was like stupid confidence. And not in terms of like outward confidence, like, man, I won't even tell you, but I believe it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's how I was with music. It was like I knew that this was my call. I knew I wanted to do it for the rest of my life. But I quietly planned and plotted and figured out a way to like make this happen. And so how I got my start, just playing around, like, and then it turned into a passion.
Who'd you look up to? Who was your favorite rapper?
My favorite rapper was Pac. It was my favorite rapper before I even started rapping, before I even ever thought of, like, it went from Michael Jackson, Bobby Brown as a kid, you know what I mean, an artist like that, even Kool Moe Dee, like, just the cool dudes that I like looked up to. And then one day my stepfather came home from, I don't know if he was back from Desert Storm. I just remember, he wasn't my stepfather at the time, he was just my mom's boyfriend. I remember him coming home with that first Pac album, with Brenda's Got a Baby, it's Tupacalypse Now. And that was, since then,
right,
that was my, when I was too young to know what he was talking about, you know what I mean? But it connected, because that's the thing about art. It's just truth, it's straight, whatever you feel. So even as a 7-year-old kid, 8-year-old kid, I could hear Pac early albums and feel the truth.
It's crazy because Bone did a record with Pac called Thug Love.
For sure.
And
classic.
I managed Pac's group, The Outlaws, for years.
That's crazy.
I didn't even knew that.
I didn't know that.
And yesterday was Pac's birthday, rest in peace.
Yeah,
and I went to his birthday party. They had a birthday party for him. You know, it's funny because Pac has substance.
For sure.
And I always say, and I speak at schools, there's a difference between an MC and a rapper. And I say in these schools when I speak to kids, there's a difference between an MC and a rapper. And to me, an MC is Common, Nas,
Word.
Tupac.
Word.
And I say the most relevant MC to me is J. Cole.
Right.
And I always take your line. When Nas say, I make the chain don't make me.
Word.
But I say, this Rolex don't make me, I make the Rolex.
Word.
And I take that and I try to inspire these kids and let them know substance is the key to everything.
And that's real.
And
that's why, that's not even to cut you off, but that's why, if you're saying, like, if I was, you know, talking to Bone fans or whatever the case was, like, the reason why they resonated with you is the same reason why I'm resonating with my fans. It ain't, Bone didn't do what was hot. They created what was hot through creativity and the realness of what they were saying and the reality of what they was talking about. It wasn't flashy, it wasn't for no reason. There was purpose and passion and pain in their music. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly. That's all it's
music,
about.
You hear that, yeah.
You say what made you start rapping is because you had the passion, the dream. You weren't cocky, you were confident.
Right.
Your mother instilled the confidence you could do anything you want in life.
For sure.
You know, everybody has a mentor. My mentor is Russell Simmons and Jam Master Jay, rest in peace.
Wow.
You know, Bone Thugs, Eazy-E gave him a shot.
Wow.
What's your relationship with a guy like Jay-Z? Because whoever doesn't know that you're not signed to Rock Nation and to Jay-Z, but Jay-Z don't stand next to you all the time, which is a blessing. Obviously, they don't know. Hip-hop don't know them. So what is your relationship with this man?
Jay, you know, it's a Jay was my mentor before I ever signed to him. I studied his moves that much.
See?
You understand what I'm saying? Like,
and I see some of that in your stage presence, by the way.
Oh, for sure, because I got to go on tour with him.
Exactly.
And still a lot of gems. You know what I mean? And that's how you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to learn and take pieces from the greatest. You know what I mean? And so Jay was my mentor before I ever signed to him. And now that I signed to him, it's just a blessing to be able to hit him for advice and get that real 20 years of experience, or however long he's been in the game. You know what I mean? It's priceless.
Yeah, everybody needs a mentor. I tell everybody need to have a mentor, and having Jay-Z as a mentor, which is amazing.
Word.
Who are you feeling right now in the rap game?
I ain't got the answer to that question because I'm so locked in on my music. I remember Eminem used to say that a lot. I don't have the time. You asked me 5 years ago, I knew. Like with Kendrick, who's my man. It's like before he even met Dre, I had to deal with Dre. I was preaching to the world about how nice this kid was because I saw it myself. I met him in LA and seen it from my own eyes and hit like, yo, send me some music. If I would have had my situation right, I was like, yo, I want to sign this kid. I didn't know he had a situation with Top or whatever. and I would spread the gospel because I was more in tune with young rappers and what was happening. Now, if you ask me, I'm not gonna front. I'm not in tune, because I'm not that dude. I'm not that kid no more that was like on the websites checking for new music. I'm not. I've become somebody that's really trying to tap into myself and make something new and something great to get to the people.
But you know, how long I know you?
5 years now.
5, 6 years?
Yeah.
You're still the same.
Well,
you're humble. You grew and you escalated and you matured, but you're still the same. Because everything goes up must come down.
For sure.
And I try to tell people all the time, never forget where you come from and remain humble.
For sure.
It's funny because you went to St. John's University. I had the bar across from St. John's University.
Word.
People who work with you are my friends. And it's just crazy.
Yeah.
And watching you grow is a blessing. I did an interview once, right? And they asked me, who are my top 5 of all time? And I said to them, Tupac, because he had so much stubs and he was an MC.
For sure.
Jam Master Jay, because he was my mentor and put me in the game.
All right.
50 Cent, because I loved his business savvy.
Okay.
Common, because I worked with Common. I think he's one of the best of all time and underrated.
Word.
And then the last one I said, Sean Kingston. And he said, Sean Kingston? Why? And I said, why? Because I saw the world off of Sean Kingston.
That's crazy.
And when I talked to you the other day, I was like, Beirut, Lebanon. Steve, off the hook. Not many people been to Beirut, Lebanon, and Prague, and Australia. And we were laughing about when you went on tour with Eminem just recently.
For sure.
So tell me who you think are your top 3 of all time.
Top 3?
Yes.